Oh, hi! Well, it's still the weekend, and I'd like to start off November. Well, it's not really the start of November, but I'd like to start off November with an ILLIT update. It still makes me laugh when I say that. But yes, we'll be having an ILLIT update. Why? Well, it's already the month of November, and what will happen in November for ILLIT? We'll be having our next comeback. Now, the ILLIT comeback will be on the 24th of November, and they've already released the theme or the title of the upcoming comeback album, and it's called Not Cute Anymore. Now, with regards to this one, it's not going to be a mini album. It's not going to be a full album, but it's going to be a single album. Now, what does that mean? Now, a single album is an album with around 2 to 3 songs at most. A mini album usually would come from 4 to 6 songs, while a full album would be more than that. So, given the short, given the busy schedule of ILLIT for 2025, wherein they did Almond Chocolate in February, then they did Bomb, excuse me, and then they did Tokyo Tomare, and then their November, then this comeback, Not Cute Anymore. So I guess it's actually pretty tight. So I think, given all their activities aside from the releases that they've done, they can only squeeze in a single album, which is, for me, it's not. At least it puts it there, right? So they've all in their official Instagram page, they've already released the schedule of activities for Not Cute Anymore. It'll actually start on November 3. They'll be having a track motion. They'll be having some more features on the 10th and 12th and the 17th. And then on the 21st, they'll be having their first MV teaser. And then on the 22nd, their second MV. 23rd, their second MV teaser. And lastly, they'll be having their album and music video release on the 24th. Now, that does not include Glitter Day Encore in Seoul, which will be happening on this November as well. So they'll be having a lot of activities. They'll be having their encore on top of their release. So definitely they'll be very busy. They'll definitely be very busy for the month of November. Another thing also is that for the album name, it's not cute anymore, and basically they're having well, the theme of it is basically, I guess it's also a message for them, that it's also a message from them that they don't want to be defined by just being cute, you know. They did release some pictures, some shots of their aesthetic. Actually, it's funny because they're talking about not being cute anymore, but they ended up still looking cute. I mean, it's ILLIT. So, and of course, me being a glit, I love it. But excuse me, but for this one, it does look a little different. It does look more rock, in a sense that it does push a little bit more boundaries, especially for Yunah and Iroha. But for the other three, they're just still so cute. They also, now the album in itself will have 5 versions. They will have the standard version. I guess it will still be split between Not Cute and Not My Name. So it's basically like telling us that they don't want to be defined by one thing, which is cuteness. Which is, I think, is a good thing, because as they move into the other albums, they do evolve. And even as much as I love Bomb, it's my favorite ILLIT album. I don't wanna gatekeep them in that era. But the reason why I love Bomb is that there's all 5 songs are so diverse. And I guess it's pushing another boundary. But definitely, I do feel that it's still going to be ILLIT. Now, another thing also is that they'll have 5 versions. The standard version, there's going to be an ILLIT Ashley Williams version. She's a designer. and she has already collaborated before for Bomb, but she'll be having her own album version. There's going to be the Weavers version, which I'll definitely be getting. And then the Little Mimi version, which is a collab now with Dolls. So for Tokyo Tomare, they did a collab with Care Bears, and now this time they have Little Mimi, and lastly a Poca album version. So I am not sure how much I can afford, but I'll be definitely getting the Weavers version and the standard version, because right now I've been able to complete those. So aside from that, they've also um, they've also they've also had other stuff done, and they've been pretty busy. So yes, this is gonna, aside from, our goal is to talk about their upcoming comeback. Uh, there's also other things that they've been doing. They definitely haven't been busy. The first thing is that they completed Sector K in Jakarta, Indonesia. Unfortunately, MOKA was not able to join, but then again, the four was able to carry the load. And as much as I'm sure they missed MOKA, they did well. And I think the reception, looking at the reactions in TikTok, the reception was pretty good. But most of the fan cams I've seen is mostly of Minju. She looks so beautiful. And Sector K basically is a K-pop event wherein the headliners were ILLIT and Hypen, so the B-Lift Lab. And I believe it did well, and I hope that they'll be doing other events like this in other countries. Well, hopefully my country. But they actually pretty did and most of the fan cams are very positive. Now, aside from that, there's also other activities that they have been doing. Now, but most of these activities are actually more individual. Well, we do have Minju, who's still the MC for Music Bank, which she has been doing, but our other members haven't been idle. First, we have Wonhee. Wonhee now has her own show. It's called Wonhee Hard Mode, or Another Tough Day. It's in Korean, so I'm not really that sure. It's a show wherein Wonhee would be doing different types of jobs. It's already on the third episode. The first episode, she was a hairdresser. The second episode, she was doing, it's not a market, I think it's a restaurant. And the third, she was more basically a farmer. And with her are some guests. I'm not familiar with the guests in the first episode, but the second episode, they had two members from Triple S. And in the third episode, excuse me, and in the third episode, she had Iroha and an actor with her. It was pretty funny. I'll post the episode. I'll post the episode links in the description. Now, another thing also is that Yunah went into a GQ event. So it's actually pretty surprising that it's just Yunah, since it's usually that for the past fashion endorsements, it has been Minju and Iroha for Le Roche. Then it was Minju and MOKA for makeup. And then there's even Minju and MOKA for Haagen-Dazs. And I'm very happy that at least they got Yunah for the event, for a GQ event. And she even has her own segment, which I'll be posting also in the description. And I'm very happy because my first bias has been Yunah, and she's been very, I've always said it even in comments and everywhere, that Yunah has supermodel vibes, and her being in GQ is just perfect. Now, other things. Actually, I wrote it down so I won't forget. And then another thing also is that for ILLIT in itself, we're gonna be ending it with another endorsement. No, two endorsements. Not really two endorsements. It's actually they've lent their voices for two projects. So remember that they did Almond Chocolate, which is their Japanese debut, but at the same time it is also in a soundtrack. a movie soundtrack. Second, we have Wonhee, who did who also sang for a K-drama. This time we have Yunah and Minju, who's going to do a song for another K-drama. So that's Yunah and Minju. There's also the collab with Yunah and Minju as well, with the Disney girl, which I forgot. I'm sorry. And now we have Yunah and Minju for the K-drama, and ILLIT will be singing the ending song for Pokemon. So it's cool because you see the group. They're lending their voices to not just for their own albums but also for other projects, and it's good exposure, and at the same time it's also a testament to their popularity and to their talent. And aside from that, uh, well, we still keep winning. Now, and lastly, I just like to talk about a recent activity, a recent set of wins for ILLIT, which is not in the realm of music. It is in the realm of creatives. So, actually, Japan, in Japan, ILLIT's two brand films for this year has won awards. Now, it is in the 2025 ACE Tokyo Creativity Awards, wherein the I Like You brand film won the gold medal, and the Bomb brand film, which is essentially the music video for Little Monster, won the bronze. Now, for no, actually, what happened? Yeah, for no, actually, I Like You happened 2024, but the brand film and the brand films are amazing as always, and it shows that it's not just aside from the talent, and aside from the improvement that the girls had, the B-Lift ILLIT creative team is also talented. It has shown that they started with the concept and they kept working the concept and they kept working at it. The I Like You brand film was pretty. It's not like the magical. It's not. Well, there's the magical girls, which is established in Bomb. This one is more fantasy, more whimsical, more. It's actually a bit creepy as well. ILLIT has always had that creepy vibe, and personally, I like it because as much as I love Little Monsters, especially with the uplifting and the message, the aesthetic of the I Like You brand film is both creepy and added fantasy to it, which actually adds to the creativity. I'll also put the brand films in the links. So I guess I'll have a lot of links. And that doesn't end it. In the 2025 Cyclope Awards in Berlin, it's an award for product design. Little Monster, or the Bomb brand film, which is the Little Monster music video, won the silver medal, the silver prize. So it is just so aside from the girls and aside from the music, aside from the producers, even the creative team is working overdrive. It's really achieving things, and it's a testament, I guess, to the label. It's a testament to the team handling ILLIT, wherein they get the best creatives. They do their best to get the best producers. Like the one that when they did Almond Chocolate, they got P Dog, which is a constant collaborator of BTS. And that means that they're really investing on ILLIT. So, and it's also another thing that they're now transcending musicality. They're now moving in. They're now even winning awards for being creative, for their creatives or the creative teams. And I guess that's also something that to be proud of, especially that that you're not just known for the music, they're also known for the total visual package. So so these are things that I guess that has happened to ILLIT so far. November is here. on the third, we'll be having they'll start having some promos already for Not Cute Anymore, and I can't wait for the 24th. But then again, this is an ILLIT update, and hopefully we can have a few more before the November 24 comeback.